We got good weather today. And by good weather, I mean it stormed like crazy last night. But the temperature outside right now is like 75 degrees and it doesn't feel that humid. So, we're gonna try and get the wiring harness out of the Samurai today. So, let's get to it. Hopefully today, the batteries in the phone won't overheat and I don't have to keep stopping and restarting. It's raining currently. It just started. And there's one screw holding this fool thing on. It's right here. I couldn't get a hold of it. It saved my life. But I got it now. We're good. So I'm going to stick this back together with these screws so I don't lose the screws. And then I'm going to take it inside so that the sun doesn't beat it up. This is too many screws to hold this thing together. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws that are supposed to hold this thing together. It stopped raining, by the way. Random ground wire just for no good reason. I'll keep it. This is my first time doing something and not just cutting all the wires out. I helped a buddy strip a Mercedes C230 out one time to turn it into a drift car. But this is different. So I'm gonna gather some more tools up real quick. I know I'm gonna have to save this plug and this plug and probably this plug but everything's gonna be a whole different brain, so it's gonna communicate differently than it currently does. It's starting to get humid out here. Oh, okay, this was one of the videos we did, one of the first videos, with bypassing that clutch uh, safety switch. That's what that is. Because this is the harness that comes out of the multi-function switch on the steering column, the wipers and the lights and everything. Because I want all that to function like factory when I'm done.
there is a wad of duct tape around this. I don't know what's going on there. Wires like crudely twisted into other wires. Alright, what else is holding on to us? Just what goes into the, only thing holding us now is the part that goes into the fuse panel. This ground goes like back behind something and then around it, and I don't know to what, so we're just gonna pinch it off right there. Okay, and this is that janky alarm stuff, so that's gonna get snipped. And then one more ground that looks like an actual, yep, that's a factory ground, so we can just unbolt that. Oh yeah, and then whatever this is, I want to save that. Because it's hooked to the bottom of the steering column. I'm gonna have to mess with this. Oh, that's just bad. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mess with that a lot. I hope I can salvage that. All right, there is the dash harness for a Suzuki Samurai. And I'm gonna save it because I have to save things off of it. We're gonna keep this harness. I'm actually gonna end up cutting these and putting Deutsch connectors in instead. Let's see, how many pins is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so the biggest they make is a 12 without going to like a bulkhead connector. And then this is a 6, so that'll work out. This here goes to the, if I had the panel out here, I could tell you. Something with the heater controls. So that everywhere where you see one of these connectors still in the vehicle, it's gonna get changed out with a Deutsch connector. Not a big fan of it resting on that support, but we'll just be gentle. All right, that's an O2 sensor, so we're gonna keep that. I don't know if this is the O2 sensor we'll be using, but if it is, we'll have it. I'm so dumb. It was a bendy clamp. I thought it was solid. That is pretty stiff though. Ugh.
We'll just put that back. I know that can damage the wires. Again, I'm not reusing this harness. If these plugs are still on here, then I will still know where they go. And what they do. There we go. There. That's gonna change. That's not gonna be relevant anymore. So with the new brain that we're putting in here, the distributor gets deleted, this coil situation gets deleted. I'm gonna have to custom. I'm sorry the highway is so noisy. I'm gonna have to have a custom crank pulley built. And now the sun's coming all the way out. That's lovely. This hasn't worked the whole time we've had it. Oh, you know what? These fenders are gonna get cut up. That's okay. Something will happen where I still get windshield squirters. Does anybody need a factory 91 Suzuki Samurai jack? Hit me up.
lights, which will come with new plugs. And it's not going to be anything close to what's already in there, so there's no reason to mark them. I'm cutting these the way I'm doing is because the wire is part of the light fixture in the fender. So I'm just going to put connectors on the ends of these, and then when I build the harness, I'll put the other end of the connector on there, and it'll be better than factory. I found a billet battery tray that fits in this little area that is designed to hold an Optima yellow top. So that's what we're going to be moving up to. I should unplug that. I said I should unplug that. You're making me look like a fool, you stupid piece of plastic. What's going on here? Oh, is it a pull? Oh, it's a you pull it out instead of push it in. Wow, I was really gonna mess that thing up, wasn't I? What I'll probably do, since this is just a one-wire plug, I'll when I go to cut this harness apart, I'll be real careful, and I'll take that entire wire out so that I can run it to the new ECU. It makes me wonder things. It makes me wonder what other kinds of engines will fit in here. And so I've done some debating, and I was like, everybody does an LS swap. They're easy to find parts for. They're not very expensive. But packaging in this particular vehicle is going to be a problem. Because I don't know if you can see the bulge in the firewall right here to the back of the core support right here is exactly as long as an LS1 with the accessories, but then I would still have to put a radiator in it, which I mean I could probably do, but if I were to shave this firewall back and make it even with this top part all the way down, I could definitely do it. But then the factory heater box and everything would have to be modified or replaced with something that would work. So I was like, well, what about a V6? They're shorter in length. And I've seen a lot of people do the 4.3 liter Vortec out of like Chevy S10s. But those are based on a small block 350, and I really despise small block Chevy engines because I've seen so many people put them in stuff and then them immediately go bad. So I was like, well, surely the 4.3 that they're currently using in production vehicles is not still based on the 350 small block, and I was right. Around 2014, they actually started the LT1, the new LT1 designing, and the 4.3 that they now use is based on the new LT1s, and it makes like 305 horsepower. And there's already somebody that makes a standalone harness for it, so that's a possibility. The actual name, so there's a LV3, and it's got like VVTi, and it seems like it had DOD as well. I can't remember, but the LV1 is the same displacement, but it's the dumb version. It doesn't have any of that. So, and you'd find those in like a Chevy Express van, like a Express 2500, 1500. So that might be the way we go. Or I might stick a Suzuki Ario. It's a little car. I'll put a picture of it right here. It's a little car they made in like the middle of the 2000s that made entirely too much horsepower for its displacement and size. They kick out like 155 horsepower, whereas this thing makes like 60 brand new. So, you know, if I could bolt something in here that gives it 100 horsepower kick in the pants, I'll take that deal.
I'll make that deal. How about you, Yudovich? You make that deal?
I'd make that deal.
I don't blame you.
I might also have to end up cutting this yellow wire that we fixed the other day. There's a video on that too. I guess this is making up for that video a couple weeks ago when I didn't show you the part where I took this off, huh?
Luckily, I'm not using any of those relays. I gotta fit the fat harness and the plug through the grommet hole. Oh, okay, well, that happened. Grommet popped out.
I'm getting dirty.
This is the only thing holding this wiring harness in here, and I think it goes down to the transmission. But I can't recall what it would be controlling. Reverse lights? I bet that's what it is. Oh, it's probably
Fuel pump stuff.
Man, I was really hoping I could just detach that up here.
I really don't want to cut it.
And I also really don't want to get onto the Jeep.
Oh, and I bet that's like taillights and stuff too.
So what I've decided to do is I'm gonna wait for a drier day to unhook that harness from underneath the Samurai. I think it goes to like, it's gonna be like the reverse light command and probably like a fuel pump power and then probably like tail lights. So I'm gonna do that when it's drier out one day. I'm gonna pull it up onto the asphalt up there and just do it, and I'm not gonna record it. But other than that, it's out. The harness is all the way out of the vehicle, so I can go ahead and start looking at the wiring schematics and figuring out what I need to keep and where it is and what color it is and start drawing it out. And I might make a video on that, and I might not. I don't know yet. So we're done for the day. So until next time, thanks for watching.